Hey guys, it's Beth, and I thought I'd do something a little bit different today. Back in December I took the JLPT, which is the Japanese Language Proficiency Test, and I took the N5, which is the lowest level. Now a lot of people make fun of the N5, saying it's really easy and that it's for babies, but it's not for babies, it's for beginners, and you were all beginners at some point, so don't make fun of me please. So I thought it'd be fun to open my results on camera today and talk a bit about advice I have for people taking the N5 or just learning Japanese in general. Okay, let's do it! Okay, test result. Hey, I passed! I got 92 out of 180. Which is not great, but hey, I passed! Okay, so now that I know that I passed, I'll talk a little bit about what I did to study for the N5. So this is my little notebook that I have all my notes from the N5 in. I'll start by talking about how I studied for the kanji section. I use this website called Nihongo Ichiban, and I'll leave a link in the description, and it has a list of all the 103 kanji that you need to know. It's good because if you click on the kanji, then it'll take you to a new page with the stroke order and also examples of words that it's used in. So I took notes from that website. I think it's always better to write things down because it'll help it stick in your brain more. And what I did was I wrote the kanji big in each box, and I wrote the meaning, and then I wrote some words that it's used in. So for example, this kanji means safe or cheap, and it's used in yasui, which is cheap, and anzan, which is safe. For the grammar section, I use this website called JTest4U, and it has a list of all the grammar points that you need to know for the N5. Again, I took notes from everything on the website because it's just how my brain learns best. And I also used example sentences that I found on gshow.org. In their search tool, you can like press the arrow and select sentences, and then you can put in a word or a kanji or a grammar point, and then it will bring up any example sentences they have with that inside it, which is really useful because you know that that will be natural Japanese and not just something that you tried to write yourself. For learning vocab and kanji, I'd really recommend the website Memrise. It's not so good for grammar though, because it's just flashcards that help you remember just set words and small things. It's really good because you can just do a little bit a day on your phone or on your computer, and it's just not overwhelming way of studying. And it knows which words that you struggle with, and it will make those come up more often to make sure that you actually know them. I think Memrise is super useful, especially when you're just starting Japanese and you need to get that key vocabulary remembered. So if you'd like to buy a textbook, I'd really recommend Genki 1. I didn't use this textbook to specifically study for the N5, but I used it when I first started learning Japanese, and it's got vocab, grammar, and kanji, and it's got lots of exercises for you to do, and it explains everything really, really well and really simply, and it's got cute drawings. So that's all the advice I have for people taking the N5. If you got your results today as well, please let me know how you did in the comments. And for those of you who are thinking of taking the JLPT in July, good luck. So I hope this video was useful for you, and if you did like it, then don't forget to leave a like. And as always, see you next Monday. Bye!